Today we talk about granola, the greatest alternative high-protein, low-calorie snack of all time, and what are the best body weight exercises you can do if you're super busy and don't have money for a gym membership. Hello everybody, welcome to Equals and Alternatives episode 83. I'm your host Mike Vacanti, and today we are reviewing granola. I believe it is of the organic, free-range, grass-fed, natural, no preservatives, no artificial sweeteners kind of granola. Clocking in at 13 fat, 11 carb, and a little bit of protein equal to a tablespoon of butter. A tablespoon of butter is actually a good chunk. I cut this right on the lines. I don't have a food scale here in the Hamptons. I also don't have t-shirts here in the Hamptons, which is why it's just like 90-degree, humid summer, beach clothes. And 20 M&Ms. Again, didn't have a scale, but I measured out a quarter of a cup, and it was 60 M&Ms, 1/3 of a serving. Gets us there. Gross. Like, I would much rather eat the granola than a stick of butter and 20 M&Ms. But yeah, like, I've reviewed granola on this show before. I was trying to grab something that I think might be relevant. That was also back episode 14 or 16. We can link it up if you're curious. I think it was a pretty good episode. Bare naked granola, a cup was equal to some insane number of Snickers mini bite size, like 60 of them. But granola is one of those foods, many of you who have jumped on and got on the Equals and Alternatives bandwagon since episode 16 and haven't seen the granola episode, I figured I'd review this. Granola is that has to be healthy because it's in all these health food stores and in the health food sections of these stores, and I can't see how it's not healthy type of food. And yes, oats are a healthy food, and almonds, which is where the majority of these fats are coming from, are a healthy source of dietary fat. However, eating a high-fat, high-carb meal, regardless of the quality of those fats and carbs, low protein, is going to lead most people into a calorie surplus or close to it. So you're eating what you think is healthy, you're really in a surplus, your goal is to lean out and lose fat and look better, and it's just not happening. You're like, what the heck, I'm eating healthy foods. No, for the purposes of weight gain and weight loss, you are eating gross butter and 20 M&Ms. Our alternative is awesome. I tweeted this out today. Because I had tried this a few times before and it wasn't super good. It might be that mocha cappuccino is just better and tastier in here, but a third of this container of Fage Greek yogurt, which is a cup and a half, and then 1 scoop of ON protein powder. I really like this mocha flavored. I tried it before with chocolate. It wasn't amazing. A little bit, like I'm talking a half a packet of sweetener of your choice. I used Truvia this morning for when I made it for myself and when I made it for Gary also. And the macros are 59 protein. Let that sink in. 59 protein, 16 carb, 1 gram of fat in a decent amount of mixture. I threw it in the freezer for 15-20 minutes, not so it gets hard, but just so it gets really cold and like slightly thicker. And yeah, it's really tasty. Honestly, this might be the dagger in my argument that some people who have higher body fat percentages really struggle to get enough protein, get a gram per pound of protein, so like to hit that traditional amount. Like this might invalidate that argument because this is so tasty and so easy, right? It's not that satisfying. Like eating 60 grams of chicken via chicken breast is going to fill you up, tire your jaw, make you not want to eat more than eating this. But for those of you who struggle to hit your protein goals, this is a low-calorie, high-protein option. This might be the best alternative in 83 episodes. Seriously, I don't think I've ever, this comparison is whatever, but this alternative is where it's at. Question of the day comes from Misha and Xander Vaynerchuk's babysitter, one of them, Zoe, who asks, and she wanted her name to be blocked out, and for me to call her young broke girl, but she was basically asking, hey, I'm super busy, I don't have any money, and I want to be in shape. I can't afford a gym membership. What types of things should I be doing or what can I be doing to stay in shape? And while I'm not, like, there are fitness gurus who call themselves body weight experts, and that's not me. I think if you have access to a gym, even for beginners, there's going to be value in learning how to train, if not with barbells, at least with dumbbells and or kettlebells, adding some machines into the mix. Like, there's just more things you can do. You're going to progress faster. You're going to be able to get stronger. But for those of you who can't, and if you're super short on time, don't have money, whatever the case may be, I think that performing, like, there's a few routes here. You can either dedicate 30 to 40 minutes and try to put together a real full body weight workout 3 times a week, or you can do like 15 to 20 minutes most days, depending on who you are. I would say your aspiration is going to be for the shorter every day, and that's fine. I honestly think you would get more value out of the little bit longer, more intense 3 times a week. You could also cycle calories there, like end up getting a little bit stronger, possibly adding a little bit of lean mass or recomping, adding muscle while losing body fat. But the moves I would focus on, the pressing and the lower body work is going to be easy. Okay, there's a million lower body, like you can lunge, you can split squat. If you have bad knees, if anything, like if your hips hurt, you can reduce the range of motion. You can lean your upper body forward while you're split squatting and take that out of the quad and put it back on your glute and hamstring. You can do walking lunges, you can do reverse lunges, you can do lateral lunges, you can do step ups, you can do prisoner squats, overhead squats. Like, they're glute bridges, hip thrusts. You can do a ton of things. Pressing wise, you can do push-ups on the counter, push-ups on the ground, push-ups on the wall. You can vary your width, so you can be in tight, hitting the triceps more. You can be out wider, a little bit less tricep, a little bit more chest. You can do chair dips, right, where you're down on the ground and doing those. You can do diamond style push-ups. A little bit more advanced, but you can elevate your feet and do like an incline push-up. You can elevate your feet and get your butt way up in the air and do a pike push-up, which is going to simulate an overhead press, right? So you're pressing almost straight overhead, hitting your shoulders. The real area you're going to struggle is in pulling motions. The 2 main moves I would suggest, first, if you can get a pull-up bar, that'd be amazing, and doing assisted pull-ups and chin-ups and different variations of that is really going to help you. If you can't afford or don't have the door frame for a $30 pull-up bar to go anywhere, I would say do a let me in your door handle. If you YouTube let me in, you'll see them, but you're wrapping like a rag or a towel of sorts around a door handle and essentially doing a row, right? So you let it fall back, and like this is the door, knobs on both sides, wrap it around there. There you're getting your horizontal pull. Vertical pull is essentially impossible. You can do a downward dog, which is going to stretch your lats, and you're going to get a little bit of that isolation. Or, this is so random, but if you have a tile or a wood floor laying on the floor and putting like a towel down, I've never actually done this myself, I've just seen it. And then like having your hands above you on the ground and pulling yourself across the floor is going to simulate, like you're going to get a little bit of friction and you're going to get a little bit of that lat engagement and overhead pulling. Not amazing. But yeah, outside of the pulling movements that we're lacking on a little bit, you can put together a good fat loss, strengthening, body weight program while you hustle and get some monies and get in a position where you can afford that. Let's remember, Planet Fitness is $10 a month. Okay, so that's one less drink at the bar. Miss Young, Busy, and Broke who lives in New York City, one less drink at the bar, gym membership. It's up to you though. That's it. Good episode. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hit me up if you need anything. Remember, your body is still counting macros even if you're not.